A tour of Blockboard, which is the new tool for tracking progress on the California Bird Atlas. The first thing you'll want to do when you fire up Blockboard is to find maybe your block or a block that you care about. So the quickest way, if you have location permissions enabled, is to click this zoom to nearest block button. And so that will bring you to where you're located. Alternatively, you can search for an address with the bar or just pan around and click a block. But I'm going to go back to the current location. And what that pulls up on the right-hand panel is all of the information for that block. So this is the Los Angeles Northwest block, and it tells us how many atlasers have submitted checklists here, how many checklists, how many hours, how many nocturnal hours, the breakdown by month. And then perhaps most importantly is the species list and summary of all of the species. So 28 species have been confirmed in this block to date, and 21 species have been coded as probable and 21 as possible. Blockboard is powered by the eBird status and trends layers, and that lets us generate the number of predicted species in each block during their breeding season. So there are 88 species that have some probability of being encountered in this block according to the status and trends layers. And of those 88, 27 have been confirmed already, 17 are probable, 14 possible, 23 have been observed, and a few have not been recorded. So when you scroll through this list, it's a quick and easy way to identify species that have not yet been confirmed. So Anna's hummingbird has a pretty high encounter rate in this block, but it's still only been coded at the maximum level of probable with this courtship code. Lots of things in Blockboard are clickable. So if you were to click this percentage, it would bring you to the status and trends map for Anna's hummingbird. And this is kind of where the data come from to a certain degree for those predictions. If you click on the code, it brings you to the checklist for, in this case, the highest observed code for that species in the atlas. So on January 18th, Kelsey Reckling had that Anna's hummingbird coding, displaying, or copulating. There's also a checklist link to the first time each species was confirmed. Down here in the middle is a table of blocks, and when you have a block selected, it sorts them by how close each block is, and it has lots of information about the effort for each block. So this is a quick way of finding nearby blocks that have maybe kind of gaps in coverage. So I'm scanning this total hours column, and I see that down here, the Los Angeles CE block has only 4.7 hours of coverage. So I can click that, and it switches the display to that block. And look, on the right, this list of species, there's 83 predicted, but very, very few have actually been confirmed or coded at all. So there's lots of low-hanging fruit and need for work in this block. And you can kind of see the list of species that you might want to focus on the right there. A quick note is that on the left, there, for whatever block is activated, there is a county summary for the county that block falls in, giving you the total number of blocks, the number without any data yet, how many species have been coded in that county, how many confirmed, and then links to checklists with the newest confirmations. So on May 18th, a common merganser was coded as confirmed in Los Angeles County. And there's a quick link to find that. A few other things to highlight here. If you're interested in just one county, you can quickly zoom to that county by selecting it from the block list, and it filters both the map and this table to just those blocks from that county. These tables are also sortable. So if I want to find the block with the most predicted species in it in Alameda, I can click this twice, I guess, to sort it by the number of predicted species. So this Richmond Southeast block has 165 predicted species. That's the highest in Alameda there. You can change the opacity of the map layers, and you can zoom to the whole state as well. So I'm going to make this really bright. This is the number of hours in each block. You can also turn that all the way down so that you can just really see very clearly where the blocks are located. You can use other layers as well. So I'm going to bring opacity back up and switch it from total hours to just nocturnal hours to see where there's been nocturnal effort and where there is not. As far as other map controls, you can change the base map. So if you'd like to see a satellite map, that is there for you. And there is kind of a street-based map that shows open space boundaries and roads and trails and that sort of thing as well. That is a Blockboard in a rapid fire nutshell. So I hope you find this tool useful, and please let us know if you have any feedback.